Welcome to Gail's Garden, Herbs and More. I'm going to give you 2 bits of information today. I want to explain something new that I'm going to start doing. I probably won't do it in every video, but occasionally I'm going to give a little spot in the video about some mystery stuff. I do a lot of research, a lot. I'm curious about everything. You know, I guess some people say when they get old, they just quit caring about a lot of things and just, I can't be that way. All my life I've been curious about things. Now I have time to research things. And believe me, have I ever been doing it. And it's amazing the things that I am finding. My daughter and I talk about stuff we find that we discover it and figure it out long before these main YouTube channels say it. I'm not even... Anyway, so, yeah. But sometimes it's just ideas and theories, and today I want to share a theory with you. Don't think I'm crazy because I've really done research. There's a lot of people talking about some of this stuff, but I put a couple things together, and it may be no connection at all, but I'm going to start throwing some of these out just for fun because it's fun to talk about, fun to think about the things that could be. And then I have a health, another segment I'll put on this one. It has to do with your health, a quick thing, something that you can do. And whether for health or not for health, it's still yummy. And something you can do to preserve. So here we go. Let's do the mystery one first. Okay. If you look at old photographs from like the second half of the 1800s and up through, let's say, 1950. In the late 1800s and the early 1900s, they were having what is called the World Fairs. And they had some very strange things. And there were these big, beautiful buildings everybody's talking about. There was a guy way back when, over in Europe somewhere. He was known, I think he was a pope or something. He was known for tearing a lot of them down then. But that was back hundreds of years ago. But when people came to America, they found a lot of... I read an old newspaper clipping from the 1800s, and this person from way back then was talking about these empty cities people found throughout our country. And they have these big, huge, beautiful... Now, they're trying to tell us they were built by these little guys with horse and buggy and all that. I'm not going to get into that. There's a lot of channels that really go into a lot of that. One of them that I watch is called Lunch Break. And he brings out a lot, shows a lot of beautiful photography, stuff like that. And there's others too that do too on a lot of this stuff. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I just have to kind of give you a brief background so you understand what I'm going to say. There was one picture where, see, you have to understand back then there were several pictures of these baby incubators they had at the World's Fair, and they were giving babies away from these incubators. Well, one of the signs says 12-month growth in 1 month for the babies. So I guess if you wanted a baby that was at least a year old so you didn't have to go through the baby part, they could grow a baby in a month with 12 months growth. Don't tell me they didn't find a lot of technology when they came here and some of this. A lot of the stuff we got, I think, might have been technology they found. It's kind of interesting we supposedly didn't have a lot of technology until all of a sudden. But anyway, I thought, wow, that's really weird. Well, I kind of shelved that in the background of my mind. Now, there's another program that I just started listening to. He does a couple different styles and variations. He's called Dave Politis from Missing 411. But the ones that I really like are the amnesia ones, where they find people disappear and they find them later and they don't know who they are or where they've been or anything like that. But from what Dave says, most of the amnesia ones happened in the 1930s and 40s. That would have been perfect for a lot of those incubator babies. And I'm wondering, I would love, if I had the money to go back and research and look, and I knew where to go and look, I'd love to research these people that have the amnesia that they found later. where they were born out, where they came from, where they really came from, if their parents were incubator babies, whatever. And I am wondering if it didn't affect where it just all of a sudden in their life sometime as an adult, because most of the time it's the I'm hearing from what I'm hearing, it's the adults that wander off. They're usually married and have kids of their own and stuff like that. And then once they wander off, now this last one I heard the guy actually told his wife before he left the house to go to work or wherever, or school, I think. I think he was taking some extra classes or teaching at a school or something. He told her he had a really bad headache. And then later when he disappeared, when they found him, he didn't even know who his wife was. So he had the headache before he ever left the house. I am wondering, and it could be a lot of things. A lot of these people they've put in institutions and all kinds of stuff back then, but they couldn't figure out. They were physically okay. They just couldn't figure out why their amnesia was so bad. Well, if you take a baby, whatever the technology was they had back then, and you give it 12 months growth in 1 month, there may be certain things going haywire in the brain somewhere. And I'm wondering if there isn't some connection to that. But anyway, that's my wonderings and theories for this video. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm really not going crazy. I'm just having fun with info that I'm gathering. And I thought maybe you guys would enjoy some of this too, just some of my musings on it. I have no idea, but I do have an idea, but I have no hard evidence other than this stuff that I found, and then I'm trying to put things together. And I've never heard anybody else on YouTube say this. I'll be the first. So if you hear it again, it came from Gail's Garden Herbs and More first. Okay, let me share something with you that you can do. Sometimes, because I live way back in the mountains, and I can't just run to town when I want food, but a lot of times I don't eat a whole lot just being me. Unless my son's up or something, I make a little extra. Or my daughters or something. My daughter or grandkids or whatever. But I didn't used to eat mushrooms at all, but I have found they are very beneficial for your health, and they have a wonderful flavor. But always remember, you're supposed to cook mushrooms. Don't eat them raw. They're not good for you raw. Okay. Mushrooms. I don't have a pressure canner to pressure can, nor the room to do all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times I get mushrooms and I only use a few and the rest go to waste, and I think, I hate wasting food. What can I do? Well, I have a food dehydrator, and I started dehydrating my mushrooms. Actually, I started out by buying a pack of mushrooms that were dried, and they were so good, and I thought I could do that myself. This is the dried mushrooms out of the jar. And what you do is just put them in a little water, just barely cover the top and let them set for an hour or so, and then you can throw them in your cooking. If it's a soup or something, I just throw them in dry, and they absorb the water from the soup and stuff. And I just go and open up a jar of my dried mushrooms. Now what I do is I put my lid on and I do my little hand pump. I have old videos that talk about how that I seal the jars. I just hand pump it and seal it. There's other ways of doing it. Now they've come out with little battery things you stick on top, and it seals them. It sucks the oxygen out, I guess, and then it seals the top lid. They maintain their flavor and stuff longer and better if you can do that. If I'm working through the jar, I don't even worry about it, because they'll last a while like this without even sealing the jar. So anyway, I thought you might like that tip. You may have already seen it somewhere, but some of you may not have. So I wanted to share all that with you. I hope if you think you might like my little mystery spots, what should I name it? Okay, guys, anybody have what should I name this spot that I'm going to be putting on some of my videos? If I can get a good one from one of you guys, I'll use it, or I might come up with a name for it. Right now I'm just calling it Mystery Info Spot, but I need a good catchy name. So if you want to help me think of a name for it, Put it in the comments below. I'd be anxious to read what y'all come up with. I hope you enjoy this fun little thing I wanted to do. I've tried other fun little things on my channel and couldn't get anybody. Seems like the people that watch me aren't into games and stuff. So it's not really a game. It's just a fun thing. And anyway, I hope you like it. I just thought it would be fun to share some of the research that I'm doing. I hate just keeping it all to myself. Actually, I don't always keep it to myself. My daughter and I discuss it. But anybody else, we really don't talk that much. They might think we're absolutely nuts. But I'm going to share it with you anyway because just for fun. And maybe somebody will get an idea what it could be. And but I'm not giving up on health and herbs and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, catch you all next time. Hope you enjoy this video. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like. It's free. It helps my channel. Although I get so many, I get a few subscriptions and then it gets dropped down, usually one or two below that. They kept me at 809 forever. And then it's been to 810 several times and they keep dropping me back down to 809. Right at the moment, it's up to 811. I don't know how long it'll be before they drop me back down to 809. Maybe they'll let me grow a little bit. I'm hoping they'll let me grow a little bit. So if I just get so many of them, they can't drop them all. That would be nice, but I don't know. You guys are going to have to help me a little for that and share it on your social media or whatever if you want, you know, whatever. This is mainly for my friends and family and whoever wants some fun information. And sometimes I'm hoping helpful information. So catch you all next time. Bye now.